By the time we turn 60, we naturally lose up to 1% of our muscle mass each year, even if we're still active. That silent shift doesn't just affect strength. It can also slow down blood flow, reduce energy, and even impact intimacy. But what if one simple fruit could help reverse that trend? The good news: you don't need pills or extreme diets. Just a small, natural habit, starting with what's on your plate, can reignite your circulation, energy, and connection. It's easier than most people think, and it starts with one powerful fruit you may already have in your kitchen. Most people over 60 are never told how circulation and intimacy are deeply connected, and how food can play a critical role. So why aren't more of us using this to our advantage? In today's video, we'll explore a fruit backed by science that's been shown to support better blood flow, vitality, and even emotional connection. And no, it's not exotic or expensive. It's real, practical, and easy to add to your day. Backhand index pointing right if that sounds helpful. Don't forget to like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to Senior Health Over 60, and share this with someone you care about. Number 1. The science of blood flow after 60. Let's begin with the foundation. Understanding why circulation changes as we age, and why it matters more than ever after 60. As we get older, our blood vessels don't work quite the way they used to. The walls of our arteries become less elastic. Years of exposure to inflammation, oxidative stress, and sometimes poor dietary choices can lead to narrowing of these vessels, a condition called endothelial dysfunction. And when that happens, your blood doesn't flow as freely. This matters for so many reasons. Without strong circulation, your heart has to work harder. Your muscles don't get the oxygen they need. You feel more fatigued. Your brain may feel foggy. And yes, your body's natural response to intimacy, what we call vasodilation, may be slower or less effective. At the center of it all is a simple but powerful molecule called nitric oxide. It helps your blood vessels expand and contract when needed. But by the time you reach 60, your body naturally produces less nitric oxide. That's one reason why issues like high blood pressure, erectile dysfunction, and fatigue become more common. Here's where nutrition comes in. Certain fruits, rich in antioxidants, flavonoids, and amino acids, can help restore nitric oxide levels, reduce inflammation, and improve how your blood vessels function. And the best part, these are not exotic superfoods. They're everyday fruits, affordable, accessible, and backed by real science. In the next section, we'll look at 5 of the most powerful options you can start adding to your plate right now. But first, let me share a quick story. One of my patients, Paul, 68, had been struggling with low energy and blood pressure issues for years. He was skeptical, but we made one simple change. He started incorporating fruit into his breakfast every morning, just a handful. Within weeks, his blood pressure improved, and he told me, "Doc, I feel like someone flipped a switch inside me." It's never too late to feel better. Let's explore how nature's simplest foods can reignite your energy and help you reclaim your vitality, one bite at a time. Number 2. Top 5 power fruits that boost blood flow. Now that we understand how vital blood flow is after 60, let's dive into the fruits that can actually help restore it. These are not trendy fads. They are simple, everyday fruits, delicious, affordable, and scientifically proven to support your heart and circulation. Let's explore 5 of the most powerful ones you can add to your daily routine, starting today. First up, red grapes. Red grapes are more than just a tasty snack or a side note to wine. They're loaded with resveratrol, a compound that's been studied extensively for its protective effects on the heart and blood vessels. Resveratrol helps reduce inflammation in the arteries and supports the function of endothelial cells, the cells that line your blood vessels. This keeps your vessels flexible, smooth, and capable of transporting oxygen-rich blood to the places that need it most, including your brain and even your intimate areas. One of my patients, Charles, 67, was dealing with mild hypertension and low energy. He wasn't ready for medication, and honestly, he preferred natural solutions. We started simple. A small bowl of red grapes every morning with his oatmeal. Within a month, his blood pressure readings improved noticeably, and he told me he was feeling more alive than he had in years. Next, apples. You've heard the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. There's truth in that, especially for circulation. Apples are rich in quercetin, a flavonoid that enhances blood flow by relaxing blood vessels and reducing plaque buildup in the arteries. They're also packed with fiber, which helps manage cholesterol levels and maintain a healthy weight, two key factors in supporting heart health after 60. Apples are also incredibly easy to include in your diet. Eat them fresh, sliced into a salad, or baked with cinnamon for a comforting, low-sugar treat. What's important is consistency. Eating apples regularly supports long-term cardiovascular function and helps preserve that vitality that so many people think is lost with age. Now let's talk about one of my personal favorites, avocados. Smooth, creamy, and filled with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, avocados are a powerhouse for circulation. These healthy fats help reduce oxidized LDL cholesterol, the kind that clogs arteries and causes inflammation. Avocados are also rich in potassium, a mineral that helps relax blood vessel walls and lower blood pressure naturally. I often recommend half an avocado a day. Spread it on whole grain toast, dice it into your salad, or blend it into a smoothie. Patients who consistently add avocados to their meals often report feeling more energetic, mentally sharper, and even emotionally lighter. There's something powerful about fueling your body with what it truly needs. Moving on to a fruit that's both ancient and incredibly potent, pomegranates. Known for their jewel-like seeds and sweet tart juice, pomegranates are loaded with polyphenols, antioxidants that support nitric oxide production. That's the molecule we talked about earlier that helps your blood vessels expand and carry blood more efficiently. A study from the University of California showed that drinking pomegranate juice daily boosted nitric oxide levels by 30%. One of my female patients, Linda, 70, started adding a half glass of unsweetened pomegranate juice to her breakfast. She had been feeling sluggish and disconnected from her partner. Within weeks, she told me she felt more in tune with her body and her emotions, like her spark had returned. That's the power of circulation and hormone balance working together. And finally, let's not forget watermelon. Yes, this sweet, juicy summer fruit has a secret weapon, citrulline. Your body converts this compound into arginine, which helps produce nitric oxide. And nitric oxide, once again, is the key to blood vessel relaxation and improved blood flow. What makes watermelon even more special is that the highest concentration of citrulline is found in the rind, which we often throw away. But blending the rind with the flesh into a smoothie, that's how you unlock its full benefits. There's also a fun bonus. A study out of Texas A&M compared the effects of watermelon to certain medications used for circulatory health and found similar benefits, naturally and without side effects. That's right. Something as joyful and innocent as a slice of watermelon might be doing more for your body than you ever realized. So there you have it. 5 fruits: red grapes, apples, avocados, pomegranates, and watermelon. That aren't just good for you, they're working behind the scenes to keep your blood flowing, your heart strong, and your energy alive. Number 3, fruits that support intimacy and hormonal balance. Now, let's talk about something that many of my patients are hesitant to bring up, but almost everyone over 60 is quietly wondering about: intimacy. It's one of the most important and most overlooked aspects of healthy aging. And yes, the right fruits can absolutely help support your body and your relationships in powerful, natural ways. Let's start with the beautiful and beloved strawberry. There's a reason strawberries are the fruit of romance. Beyond their color and sweetness, Strawberries contain ellagic acid, which helps your body boost nitric oxide levels. That same compound that relaxes blood vessels and supports circulation. It also plays a big role in physical arousal, responsiveness, and confidence. Strawberries are also high in vitamin C, which supports collagen production. Collagen keeps your blood vessels strong and flexible, a key ingredient in maintaining healthy circulation and skin elasticity as you age. When I recommend strawberries to my patients, I often see more than just physical improvement. Their mood lifts, their energy shifts, their spark starts to come back. And speaking of mood, let's talk about blueberries. These tiny berries pack a serious punch. They're rich in anthocyanins, which reduce inflammation in the blood vessels and support overall heart health. But what's even more interesting is how they help regulate dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, which affects your emotional connection and desire. One couple I work with, married 42 years, started making a daily ritual of sharing a bowl of fresh berries together. It became more than just a snack. It was their quiet time, a shared habit that made them feel cared for and connected. Sometimes the smallest choices bring the biggest results. Next on the list, the golden, sunny mango. Mangoes are loaded with beta-carotene and vitamin C, both of which help reduce stress markers and support hormonal balance. When your stress hormones drop, your body is more able to shift into relaxation, intimacy, and connection. That's not just important for romance. It's important for your overall sense of peace and joy. A patient of mine, Deborah, age 72, was struggling with feeling flat, not sad but not happy either. We made a few small changes, including adding mango to her diet. She told me later, "It's strange, doc. I didn't just feel better. I felt more open, more myself." That's what good nutrition can do. And let's not forget the humble but mighty orange. Oranges aren't just for vitamin C, they also contain hesperidin, a flavonoid that improves blood vessel function and preserves nitric oxide levels in the body. That means smoother blood flow, more energy, and stronger responses during intimate moments. Here's the kicker. Many people don't realize that intimacy isn't just about physical readiness. It's about circulation, hormones, emotions, and self-confidence. And when you start supporting all of these systems with the right foods, everything starts to align naturally. Rounding out this section is the kiwi, a fuzzy little fruit that's often overlooked but incredibly powerful. Kiwi has more vitamin C than an orange and contains unique enzymes that help regulate blood pressure and keep arteries open and responsive. But what really makes kiwi special is its ability to lower stress through its antioxidant content, helping you feel calmer and more emotionally grounded. 3 kiwis a day, that's what one Norwegian study suggests, can reduce blood pressure and increase relaxation. And you don't have to eat them plain. Slice them into yogurt, add them to a smoothie, or just savor them slowly after dinner. The real takeaway from this section isn't just about what you eat, it's about how you care for yourself. Making intentional choices, like adding a few strawberries or a couple of kiwis to your day, can have a ripple effect on your health, your relationships, and your confidence. And that, my friends, is what healthy aging is all about. Not just living longer, but living deeper, with joy, connection, and energy that starts from the inside out. Number 4. Beyond fruits, other superfoods to add. So far, we've talked a lot about fruits, and for good reason. They're delicious, natural, and easy to add to your meals, but let's not stop there. If you're serious about improving your circulation and supporting your vitality after 60, there are a few other foods that deserve a permanent place in your kitchen. These aren't fads. They're backed by science and used in real-life success stories I've seen again and again in my practice. Let's start with something that might surprise you: oysters. Now, I know oysters aren't everyone's go-to food, but hear me out. Oysters are one of the richest natural sources of zinc, a mineral essential for testosterone production and hormone balance. As we age, especially for men, testosterone levels gradually decline, often leading to lower energy, reduced libido, and even mild depression. Zinc helps bring those levels back into balance, and it's also key for immune support and cell repair. If shellfish isn't your thing, no worries. There are plant-based options like pumpkin seeds, fortified cereals, or lean meats that offer similar benefits. Next, let's talk about a food I recommend to nearly every one of my patients: spinach. This leafy green is full of magnesium, a mineral that helps relax blood vessels and regulate blood pressure. Spinach also contains iron, which supports healthy red blood cell production, essential for energy and oxygen transport throughout your body. I had one patient, a woman in her early 70s, who started adding a handful of spinach to her breakfast smoothie. Within weeks, she felt more alert, less foggy, and even told me she was sleeping better. Simple habits, powerful results. Now on to something a little more indulgent: dark chocolate. Yes, you heard that right. The key is moderation and choosing dark chocolate that's at least 70% cocoa. It's rich in flavonoids, which improve blood flow, reduce inflammation, and even lift your mood by stimulating serotonin, the brain's natural feel-good hormone. Dark chocolate also contains a compound called phenylethylamine, which has been linked to feelings of pleasure and attraction. So yes, a small square of dark chocolate after dinner can be good for both your heart and your connection with your partner. Another easy addition: a cup of coffee or tea, preferably in the morning. Caffeine, in moderate amounts, can gently stimulate the nervous system and promote better blood flow. Several studies have shown a link between regular coffee or tea consumption and reduced risk of erectile dysfunction. Plus, both beverages are packed with antioxidants that support brain and heart health. Just be mindful of the timing. Too late in the day, and it may interfere with your sleep, which is just as important for intimacy as anything else. And finally, let me introduce you to something many Americans haven't heard of: maca root. Native to the Andes Mountains, maca has been used for centuries to enhance stamina and libido. Today, it's available in powder form and can be easily stirred into smoothies or yogurt. Some studies suggest that maca may help balance hormones and even improve mood and desire in both men and women. One of my clients, a widower in his mid-60s who had recently started dating again, told me that adding maca to his morning routine helped him feel more confident, more energized, and more emotionally open. And you know what? That matters. These superfoods aren't just about physical health, they're about quality of life. They help you show up with more energy, more presence, and a deeper connection to the people you love. Number 5. How to build a daily routine for intimacy and circulation. By now, we've explored the science, the fruits, and the superfoods that can help you improve circulation, energy, and intimacy after 60. But here's the truth. Information is only powerful when it becomes action. So let's take this knowledge and turn it into something real, something you can actually use every single day. Start with your morning routine. This is where momentum begins. I always recommend building breakfast around circulation-friendly foods. A typical morning might look like this: a small bowl of oatmeal topped with blueberries and sliced strawberries, a sprinkle of flaxseed, and maybe a few walnuts on the side. Pair that with a cup of green tea or black coffee, and you've already fueled your heart, your brain, and your hormones before 9 a.m. if you enjoy smoothies. You can blend in spinach, avocado, a few slices of kiwi, and half a banana. Add unsweetened pomegranate juice or almond milk, and you've created a heart-healthy powerhouse in under 5 minutes. Lunch and dinner don't have to be complicated either. Think balance. Add lean protein like grilled chicken or fatty fish such as salmon, a generous portion of leafy greens, and half an avocado. Include a piece of fruit, maybe a baked apple with cinnamon or a few fresh mango slices. These aren't restrictive meals. They're deeply satisfying, nutrient-rich, and designed to help you feel energized without feeling heavy or sluggish. But let's not forget what happens between meals. Your lifestyle habits matter just as much. Set a daily intention to move your body. You don't need a gym. A 20-minute walk after lunch or dinner helps digestion, improves circulation, and clears your mind. If you enjoy stretching, try gentle yoga or light resistance exercises at home. Physical movement increases blood flow and boosts mood-enhancing chemicals, both essential for connection and intimacy. I often remind my patients, it's not about perfection, it's about consistency. A little every day adds up to a big difference over time. Here's another powerful tip: don't go it alone. If you have a partner, share the journey. Cook together, walk together, even explore these foods together. Shared routines build emotional intimacy and create lasting bonds, especially in this chapter of life where connection is more important than ever. And if you're living alone, that doesn't mean you're on your own. Make your meals with love. Turn dinner into a moment of self-care. Call a friend and invite them to share a healthy meal. Loneliness is just as harmful to the heart as high cholesterol. Connection is healing. Finally, end your day with calm. No screens, no heavy meals late at night. A cup of chamomile tea, a few pieces